From 2013, it's Wander Over Yonder, which was an animated series from Disney. And we've only recently discovered this. Now, when it came out, it was the same year you were born. So, of course, you wouldn't have been watching it then. And we stumbled on this. I found a video on YouTube that had a little clip of it. I thought, oh, that's kind of fun. What is that? And I looked it up and I found it. And we found it was on demand and we watched it. You really liked it.
Mm-hmm.
How come?
So I liked how Wander was going around, but he loved helping people. So it makes it like a little longer, the show, because like another character's always doing something bad, and like Wander's a really good guy.
Mm-hmm. It's a sort of an adventure of the week type of thing, and you're right. He wanders. He travels from planet to planet. In some ways, it's similar to Samurai Jack. The animation is different, and of course, it's not as seriously approached as Samurai Jack. But it's this main character who goes from place to place, planet to planet, in this alternate reality or this strange future or this other galaxy. I'm not really sure what it is. And he tries to help people, like you said, and he has these adventures. Now, he's got his best friend, Sylvia, who's sort of a horse. She's not actually a horse, but it's his trusted steed. But she talks, and she's always trying to keep him out of trouble, right?
Mm-hmm. So Sylvia, in a way, is like a bad character, but she's good at the same time. So she's like in the middle.
Right. She doesn't want to get involved. She doesn't want to help people. He's very optimistic, and he's always trying to go solve people's problems. And she's always trying to keep him out of trouble. So she's not bad like a bad guy. She just doesn't want to get involved, but he always kind of pulls her into it. And that creates a lot of comedy, right? That makes it funny.
Mm-hmm.
And their main enemy, at least in the first season, is Lord Hater, who's very funny. Mm-hmm. I find him very funny. Do you think he's funny?
Mm-hmm.
He's kind of like Doofenshmirtz from Phineas and Ferb in some ways, in that he's not a great villain. Like, he's a very inept villain. Things go wrong for him, and his plans never go very well.
My favorite character on the bad side actually is Commander Peepers, though.
Right. Now, Commander Peepers, he's got one eye, right? And you call your eyes your peepers, so it's funny because he's got this one eye and he's Commander Peepers. Now, one of the reasons you like him is because he's voiced by
Tom Kenny.
Tom Kenny, who does the voice for
SpongeBob.
Exactly. And he always does a great job. He's a great voice actor, and Commander Peepers is very funny. And it's a traditional kind of comedy teaming with Commander Peepers and Lord Hater, because Peepers is actually the more organized villain. He knows what's going on, and he's always trying to keep Lord Hater on task and trying to sort it out. Lord Hater's the one with the power, but Commander Peepers is the one with the brains. So it's kind of funny because it never works out good. Now, in the second season, it changes a little bit. It goes from being kind of an episode of the week to actually having more of an overarching story because of Dominator, who's this other villain that comes into the show, right?
So the series kind of takes over with, the other villain.
Dominator.
Dominator. And then they're more fighting Dominator. And on the other side, Hater is trying to get Dominator.
Yeah, because he's in love with Dominator, right? So we have this love triangle develop with Lord Hater really trying to pursue Dominator to be he wants to date Dominator. Meanwhile, Dominator has no respect at all for Lord Hater and is basically trying to defeat him and take over the universe. And it is different in season 2 because Dominator is actually a capable villain. Dominator can make things happen, unlike Lord Hater, who's inept. So it does have a little bit of a different atmosphere. It has a different kind of tone to it. It's a little more serious. It's a bigger deal in season 2, like if they screw up. It's not just helping everybody every week. It's trying to ultimately defeat Dominator, right?
Yeah.
Now, you like this. It only lasted for 2 seasons. I haven't really read about why it went off the air, but I thought it had more life in it. I thought it could have gone further. What about you?
Yeah. I would have loved it if there was a season 3 because, its adventures go on, and that was one of my favorite shows to watch with you, actually.
I enjoyed it too. You could watch, they're about 10 to 13 minutes long each little episode. And you could, were they even that long? I don't remember. Were they longer? It doesn't matter. They're short little episodes, and you could gobble up 3, 4, 5 of them in a sitting. And the tune is really catchy. In fact, when you hear the theme, if you haven't heard it before, it gets stuck in your head and it doesn't go away, right? I mean, It's a very catchy tune. And the thing is, you'll want to watch, at least my experience with it was, I would want to watch 4 or 5 of them with you one night, and then we take a break and we don't go back to it for a couple of nights, and then we watch 4 or 5 more. Because it's not that it's repetitive, because each of the planets is different. And they get some really great voice talent to come in and guest star, and I think that's all good. And all the planets were really creative and imaginative. All the different places he went, I thought were really interesting looking. What about you? Would you like them?
Yeah.
So it is different, but it does have sort of a format to it. So you'll want to gobble up 4 or 5 of them and give it a break and go back. That would be my recommendation anyway. But you liked it. Mm-hmm. So for you, is it one to see?
One to see.
Yeah. For me, it's one to see too. It's a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun with it. Lainey liked it, but she was a little bit less patient with it. She would watch a couple of them with us, and then she'd kind of, take her phone and watch a Hamilton thing because she's really into Hamilton. But I would watch it with you, and I enjoyed it. I liked it. I had a lot of fun. There's a lot of humor in there that the adults can appreciate. So if you're watching it with younger kids, they're going to get one thing out of it, and you're going to get another. And it's a lot of fun. There's a lot of good humor in it. I liked it.
Me too.
Lord Hater. Lord Hater has a hard rock thing too, and I like that. I like his rock thing. You like that? See what I did there?
Oh, Daddy.